Hobbs. So we're really gonna do this. We're gonna end MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries tonight. I guess. So before we do anything else, there's nothing new on the news. Let's stockpile more guns. Also do some repairs. Wow, this thing got banged up. So did this thing. Yikes. Time to stockpile toys. We will need more of these. Because we don't have enough. Oh, sorry.
Select game. Game save.
Sorry, felt on the dry side again. So we got the Hanamoto cheese on the market. We don't need it. We're gonna get it much better. We are gonna get a vastly better mech. But right now, I want to see. There's a clan PPC. Clan PPCs are some of the best. They do 15 points of damage. They're the best PPC. We're gonna modify one of these atlases. So sure. I have the dual PPCs for long range, and then the T-pulse stasis for close range stuff. And 20 double heat sinks. What's wrong with this? I'm customizing the atlas specifically.
Game save.
Because our next assignment...
Accessing
No one for hire, by the way. Our next assignment is a a special one.
Connecting to Comstar contract database.
Oh, this one takes place after the... Yeah, we're not doing this one yet. We're doing this one. The Draconis Combine wants you for a highly sensitive raid against the clans. The ideal candidate has over 5 years of mercenary experience and has a unit with at least one mech over 85 tons. Because of space limitations, the chosen unit will only be able to use one mech ball in this campaign. You will be raiding deep into clan territory with little or no support. Contract pays 4 million CBOs for the 3-month contract. The Combine will pay for all reasonable ammunition expenses. Actually, just realized both of these end on the both of these end on December 15. So if I can't do this one, it's okay. I'll make a separate save so we can show what this we can do this extra one on the side as a non quote unquote non-canon save. Let's do this one. We're taking the Atlas again.
Select.
We're gonna save here.
Game. Save.
You're on Last Frontier to steal a clan Ghost Spirit Omnimech for us to study and duplicate. First, we must obscure our plan from the Ghost Bear leaders. Raid Ghost Bear facilities at random, destroying at least 2 out of 3 nav point targets in this area. Clan Ghost Bear is aware of our presence on Last Frontier. Once you destroy one installation, all units in the area will no doubt respond. Due to the sensitive nature of this campaign, you will not receive any outside communications. Destroy at least 2 of 3 enemy installations. Destroy all enemy mechs. You will have no mech or aerofighter support.
Your target. Destroy 2 out of 3 enemy facilities.
This... August 18, 3051. This may be the most dangerous mission I have ever been on. It's commonly known that Clan Ghost Bear hates mercenaries, so I won't receive any mercy if I'm captured. We are still en route to Last Frontier, but I'm already afraid that this little plan won't come off. I'm supposed to capture our clan mech, figure out the clan controls, and pilot the mech back to the DC dropship. And all without backup, because it's a top security mission. There's a reason the DC is using a merc instead of one of their own. October 7, 3051. We have touched down. We were nearly spotted by a clan patrol, but the dropship powered down its fusion reactor and hid below the rim of a crater. I think we may have escaped detection. One mistake and this plan will blow apart. October 15, 3051. I'm in my mech, waiting for the order to move out. There are 3 different facilities I can strike. A training facility, a listening post, and a small farming colony, probably filled with inner-sphere civilians. So...
Select game. Game. Save.
So... We have to do it. We have to do it solo. That's why I took out the Atlas. And we get a bounty for destroying all enemy mech units. So I need something that can just snipe them from far away before they get close.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
The right preparation makes the job easier. Oh, Ghost Bear Kodiak. He's already spotted me. It wasn't very long. Ow. Oh, something is blocking my movement.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Enemy mech destroyed.
Let's try not to do that again.
Enemy mech destroyed. Thermal optics engaged. Enemy mech destroyed.
I was cutting out of close and my arms are already like messed up. Target this.
All right, cadets, listen up. Peter Spear's scum have infiltrated the perimeter. Time to honor your clan.
There's a man of war. The gargoyle is coming. He's already shooting. Shit.
Enemy mech destroyed.
There we go. And executioner as well. the Gauss rifle.
Critical hit. Heat sink. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Enemy mech destroyed.
There goes my sensors. I can't tell this facility's totally trashed.
Image enhancement engaged.
What? They're hidden behind a mountain. I can't, there's no way I can
Image
hit them from here.
enhancement engaged. Objective successful.
Okay, that is one facility down. Let's try to reposition. It's working, I think. But the other mech might also be coming.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Oh. It's not a good firing arc. Yeah, that is not working. I'm not hitting him. Something is blocking the way. Yeah, the mountain range is blocking the way. Ah, gotta be kidding me. There's more mountain here. Oops. I think this might hit. Yes. He's also got LRM, so he can still hit me at range. But I have these pulse lasers out.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Enemy mech destroyed.
That's not all enemy mechs, however. But that was both my arms. Uh-oh. I got this guy from chat. Am I still in the, say something if I'm still streaming. Still running. Okay.
Image enhancement engaged.
It's enemy resistance here seems to be cleared out. I only need to destroy 2 of the facilities, but let's see if we can destroy the 3rd one. It's another Ghost Bear Kodiak. We still need to get closer. I think my range is like 100, like 1,200 meters-ish. Or 1,500. Let's find out. Oh, thought I got a little closer. He got his attention.
Enemy mech destroyed. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin.
I'm a little hotter than usual.
Enemy mech destroyed.
That's oh yeah, that's all enemy mechs. It is very dishonorable to just be sniping them from so far away, but you know what, who cares? Yes. We're on a covert ops mission.
Objective successful.
That's all the objectives, so... Back to Nav Delta we go.
External camera.
Okay, let's go. No arms. And that's why I say don't never put weapons on the arms, because they're always the first to go. So I'm just a walking torso. Hmm.
Nav Delta reach. Mission successful. Select game.
That's might as well make a mistake.
Save.
The plan worked perfectly. The ghost bears are scattered across the planet, trying to protect other valuable areas. Now we will wait while the ghost bears rebuild their facilities to give them something to guard, and then you will begin the real raid. As long as Clan Ghost Bear remains confused by your actions, your chances of victory and escape are high. Communication system jammed by DC security. We completed all mission objectives. Destroying all clan mechs only gave us 50,000. Destroying the third clan facility only gave us 50. Really? Only. That's very meager, but whatever.
Select game. Game saved.
The Ghost Bears are vainly attempting to guard all possible objectives in the area. Now the time has come to steal the Omni-Mech. Stay away from areas you have already attacked or threatened, as they will surely be guarded. A radiation storm has bathed Last Frontier in high-energy light rays, so radar and communications will be severely limited, and enemy scouts won't be able to report your position to Ghost Bear Command at anything but the closest ranges. Go to Nav Delta and steal the Ghost Bear mech. Destroy all enemies near Nav Delta. You will have no mech or aero fighter support.
Your target. Capture this clan mech.
Ooh, we are stealing a Kodiak. November 3rd. So far so good. Maybe I have given the clans too much credit. They have reacted just as the Draconis commanders said they would. After I destroyed their facilities, they moved to secure them. All the mechs that should be scouring the planet looking for us are instead protecting the useless installations I destroyed a week ago. November 10. It has almost begun. I have left the dropship and I'm powered down, waiting for the order to move. We brought a small recon jeep with us, filled with one of the best Draconis recon teams in the inner sphere. They have privately told me that the mech I am to steal is a large 100-ton monster that the Clan Ghost Bear calls a Kodiak. It's a vicious, close-range assault mech that should be able to withstand just about any punishment. Unfortunately, it isn't very fast. If that Draconis dropship doesn't get to me in time, I may have to use my alternate escape route. So,
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems
This-
nominal.
we just have to go to Nav Delta and watch out for enemies.
Enemy aircraft destroyed. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Enemy
That was kind of
aircraft
rude of them.
destroyed. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
Do not go to any of the other nav points, they are guarded now by enemies. So we are just going straight for
Connecting to
the
satellite
goal.
link.
You just have to avoid detection. And that's as long as they do not start moving towards me, I should be fine. There's something there. So there are two Kodiaks.
Thermal optic.
There are two mechs. One is the Kodiak that I want to capture, and the other is someone guarding it, the Gladiator. And the LGPOV. This is MechWarrior 2. Black Cube. Let's take out the security before as quickly as possible. He's coming for us. We'll just charge in. Ow, 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 ow.
Internal heat at 700
Goodbye,
Kelvin.
most of your weapons.
Enemy mech
There.
destroyed.
Now that this mech will not engage us because it's not manned. This is our target.
Target is out of range. Nav Delta reached. Mission successful. Select game. Game saved.
You successfully captured the Ghost Bear Kodiak. Now you must simply escape in one piece. While you were learning the Kodiak's controls, a DC pilot brought your mech to our dropship. Once on board, you will turn the Kodiak over to us, and we will transport you and your mech back to Outreach. Transmission from Hobbs Tiger's dropship. Alright, Noel Shrine. I've cracked through the DC scramblers. I'm ready to pick you up if you still want to steal a Kodiak and keep it for yourself. Remember, kill all witnesses, or the DC will chase us across the galaxy. Go to the Draconis dropship, or destroy the Draconis dropship and go to the Hobbs Tiger's dropship.
Meet the Draconis dropship and escape, or destroy the dropship and keep the clan mech for yourself.
Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna steal it. We're not gonna let why let the DC have it when we can use it for ourselves? December 1st, 3051. Victory is assured, but victory for who? I have the Kodiak, and I've learned to pilot it, I think. I have called my alternate escape route, the Hobbs Tiger's dropship. I had Kelly enter in-system as a usual precaution, just in case the Draconis Combine was unwilling or unable to get me off. It wouldn't be the first time the Draconis Combine has almost stranded me on a hostile world. Now, I am thinking that perhaps my alternate escape route has a second use. If I were to destroy the Draconis mechs and the Draconis dropship at the Kodiak, I could get to the pirate dropship and escape and keep the Kodiak for myself. It would be a powerful addition to a mercenary's arsenal. Of course, the Draconis Combine might suspect that I was responsible for their boys never coming home, but they wouldn't be able to prove anything. It's a difficult decision, and one that I can't seem to make. Perhaps the battle will help me decide. So we can either deliver the mech to the DC, or we can kill everybody and just take it for ourselves. And the latter, we want to do the latter because we want this Kodiak.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. Proceed to dust-off site for extraction. Enemy mech destroyed.
We just let those guys fight it out first. You guys got an Atlas. A Hunchback. We have to take out the Atlas first. Then the Hunchback.
Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Enemy mech destroyed. Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
It's not very well, in the default configuration, it's not very well optimized. But we gotta make do with what we have.
Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Critical hit. ER. Medium laser. Critical hit. Weapon destroyed. Critical hit. ER. Medium laser.
We gotta destroy the Hunchback as well. We should draw it away from the dropship.
Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
Okay. No, we do not want to engage that dropship at this range. I know our mech is pretty banged up, but that's the last amount of combat we ever had to deal with.
Reactor
It's not
critical.
gonna hit.
Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
I want to see if this could hit. You just get out of range. I don't think he's shooting anymore. We just keep hacking away at this, I guess. Yeah, dropship has a lot of health, I'm sorry. It usually takes this long. Oh, it's about to go. There we go. We took out the dropship. So that's the last amount of combat we ever have to deal with. Now, if we go straight towards Nav Alpha, we will have to fight more enemy mechs. So instead, we gotta take a detour. If I remember right, I have to go. I have to go swing to the left of Nav Alpha. Way to the left. Like, if I hit the mission boundary, then... Like, it might be a problem if I hit the mission boundary, but, yeah. Just all the way to the left. And watch out for it,
External camera.
You might have noticed this is the same mech from Ghost Bear's Legacy that we use. This is the best mech in the game that we have right here. Once we have it set up, then we don't need anything else. There's a, this is what I'm worried about. There's an enemy mech right there. Gotta avoid that. There's another Kodiak. We can't beat that Kodiak in our current condition. If we went straight for Nav Alpha, we would run into the Kodiak, he would power on, and he would start attacking. And probably kill us. But we do not have to deal with him. We are home free. He's just asleep there. He just parked the wheel. Oh shit. There's another mech powered up. Well, if I hit this one, I should be fine.
Warning, you are leaving defined mission zone.
Yeah, this guy's powered on.
Nav Alpha reached. Mission successful.
Can't catch me. No, don't stop, don't quit.
Select game. Game saved.
We did it, Noel Shrine. The DC witnesses are all dead, so the Combine will assume that the Ghost Burst took them out. You can tell the DC Merc liaison whatever you want. He's got no reason to believe you. You might have trouble getting them to pay you for the mission, but in their eyes, you failed. They'll never even know. Once we're out of the DC radio jam area, I'll let Outreach know that we're coming home and tell them what we're bringing. I even had a tech get your mech out of the wreckage of the DC dropship before we lifted off, so we won on all counts. Communications still jammed by DC security. But guess what? We've got a Kodiak.
Connecting to Comstar.
We still have the,
contact
no we do
data.
not. Okay, so
Select
we're gonna have to do the other one
loading.
on this save. On this alternate save file. From before we got ourselves the Kodiak. So,
Connecting to Comstar contract database.
the FRR is actively searching for a heavily armed mercenary unit that contains at least one heavy mech to protect the FRR facility. Still inside Clan Wolf Space. Job pays 1 million sea bills. You provide your own transportation to Rasahag. We handle the rest, including reasonable ammunition expenses. Let's make sure everything's repaired. Yep. And let's launch. Yeah. We have one this is not the final contract, but we actually have one final contract left, and then we are basically done with this game. This long weekend has allowed us to beat this entire game much more quickly than I thought we would. I thought we would like beat by the end of the month, and I didn't account for the long weekend. I can only assign 1 star mates for this mission. Well, I guess it's gonna be dual atlases then.
Select game. Game saved.
We have been using the Frontier World of Harvest as a planetary base for aerospace fighters. We have been able to field several sorties against Clan Wolf, but they have located the base and there are now several dropships entering Harvest's atmosphere. We are willing to abandon the base, but the aerospace fighters are irreplaceable. You must defend the base and the aerofighters so that they may safely take off and flee Harvest. A dropship will arrive for you at the last possible minute.
Protect the airstrip and its complement of aerotech fighters from the clan attacks until the fighters can be evacuated.
They look like X-29s. Patrol the airfield and defend FR fighters while destroying all attackers. November 16, 3051. Up against the clans again. Lots of mercs I know have been enlisting with the FedCom of the Combine to fight the invasion. I feel a little twinge of anger that they're trying to take back Terra, but at the same time, I'm a mercenary. Is it my fight? Does it affect me? I've never even been to Terra. November 29, 3051. Last time I was on outreach, I ran into an old friend, a die-hard merc who had cashed in and was heading to Luthien to sign up against the clans. This time it's different, he told me. Sometimes you can't just think of the income. Why doesn't it seem different to me? I don't like the clans, but they're just someone else to fight, and I have a feeling they're not going to go away.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Let's do these.
Enemy aircraft destroyed. Enemy aircraft destroyed.
We gotta defend these fighters while they taxi and take off. Look at that thing go. I get the feeling this mission might actually be bugged. Because the enemy I think the enemy aircraft just blew themselves up. Well, I guess all we're doing then is watching these fighters take off. We need first fight from Ace Comet 4. Destroy attacking aircraft is already complete. I didn't even do anything. They never say what these aerotech fighters are, but they're an actual specific model. I guess it's your turn, Mobius 1. I oversaw that. What's happening here?
Mission successful.
Well, that was free money. The base and harvest is in ruins, but the Aerofighters were able to escape, and our war can continue. The clans felt that they could take back terror like stealing a toy from a child, but now they're learning that we'll go down fighting. We extend our gratitude. Your pay has been deposited into your account on Outreach. Van Wolf, Max, and Aerofighters attacked the tiny world of Outreach earlier today, destroying a free Rasahai Republic Aerofighter base. Wait, Outreach. Is that where we've been on Outreach this entire time? Destroying a free Rasahai Republic Aerofighter base that had been successfully raiding Wolf outposts for a number of weeks. Although the base was destroyed, a mercenary team covered the Aerofighters' departure, and all of them were able to escape with only minimal damage. Aerofighter Overste Catherine Earl, leader of the Harvest-based troops, said, "We only made it thanks to those mercs." And there lies the message of today's battle. Together, we can turn back these clans and take back our galaxy. If we keep fighting together, we'll give it to them on a platter.
Connecting to Comstar contract database.
Alright. We're going... Obviously, we cannot do both contracts at once. So, first I'm gonna back up my saves. One last time.
Select game. Loading. Select game.
Let's clear out the saves.
Select game.
Stream, not no.
Game. Save.
Let's check the news. Fortress Luthien. After a year of preparation, the Draconis Combine's capital world, Luthien, is ready to defend against Clan Smoke Jaguar, who are expected to arrive within Luthien's atmosphere within the week. After nearly 2 years of fighting with the clans, there have been few victories for the Hemisphere. The Combine's only significant victory occurred in Walcott 8 months ago. Political analysts predict that if the DC forces lose Luthien, the Combine will fragment into hundreds of warring single-world pocket empires without the military power or political acumen to present a united front against the clan invasion. While the exact forces arrayed against Clan Smoke Jaguar have not been released, reliable sources that there are at least 5 Draconis regiments and an equal number of mercenaries already on Luthien. The Combine is still seeking mercenary units to assist in the defense of their capital, but despite their generous offers, few have signed up for what one mercenary described as a suicide mission. FR are down but not out. The Free Rasahai Republic has also been plagued by clan attacks. They have engaged Clan Wolf on several planets, but even their highly respected Kun's armed MechWarriors have been unable to make any significant headway against the clan. Although normally reluctant to use mercenaries, as their forces are slowly eroded, they have begun to contract out for most of their sorties. Ammunition stores depleted. Weapons manufacturers are feeling the effects of the continuing war. There has been a shortage of weapons And ammunition is expected to continue until manufacturers can catch up with the increased demand. Also, yeah, inverted wings and cannons. So, let's buy up everything we can. AMS. Oh, there really is a shortage of ammo. There's no AMS ammunition here. Ooh, I am in trouble. I don't have any extra AMS in stock.
Select game. Game save.
Oh, it's time to customize these to the best possible. We do not want this A7K Mauler, A7K Atlas. Gotta repair it. So, going this point on, from this point onwards, we are, not going to, like, we're going to, like, this is the point of no return, so this will be the last time we will get to customize our mechs. So, I need to make this count. In 90 tons. How many criticism? 5. Oh, we're not putting that on then. I'm gonna customize the Kodiak next, so I can take its ear medium lasers off. I know I have 2 pulse clamp. Well, I don't have 2 medium pulse plant pulse lasers, but I only have 2 of them in stock, and I think the regular one actually has better DPS for some reason somehow. And yeah, gotta be in peak condition. Should we really need this? Yeah, we'll go with that. If I can regret my purchasing choices later.
Select game. Game save.
At this point, we no longer need the Timber Wolf Earth Farm off Prime, so we can actually like we can actually sell these. Goodbye. Prime next on the market.
Accessing personnel.
Scarface.
Connecting to Comstar contract
The
database.
Lufian Defense Force. The Draconis Combine and the Federated Commonwealth are calling all mercenary units to the defense of the Draconis Combine, capital of Lufian. Clan Smoke Jaguar will attack within the next 2 months. The Combine promises a reward of 6 million sea bills to any and all experienced units willing to participate in the 3-month campaign. Assault and heavy mercenary units only, please. The Combine will pay for all reasonable ammunition expenses. So this pays 10 million sea bills, plus bounty and bonus. Salvage rights, excellent. But you know what? This info, we're gonna get plenty of bounty. Like, we're gonna get plenty of salvage, but we're not gonna be able to make any use of it. Actually, no,
Select.
I know I sold these, but you know, let's go back to from before I sold them. Because, you know what, I just realized, like, what I was gonna do doesn't really matter. Because I'm gonna have so much money by the end anyway. So let's take this. This is the only contract we can take, and this is the final contract of the game. Lasts from January 15, 3052 to June 15. And this is one of the last battles of the clan invasion. And after that is the Battle of Tukade, which we do not participate in. But the clan invasion ends around this point.
Select game. Game save.
So let's put our best pilots up. And let's assign Hans O'Malley.
Select game. Game save.
Coordinator Takashi Kurita, Draconis Combine High Command. Takashi Kurita is the leader of the Draconis Combine. I will be leading the defense of Luffy and myself. You will be taking your orders directly from me. Do not fail me. Smoke Jaguars have arrived. While the battle for the skies continues, we must gain an advantage on the ground as quickly as possible. We have prepared an ambush for a small strike force of clan mechs. Small industrial mechs used for construction have been filled with bombs and mocked up with fake armor to look combat ready. The Smoke Jaguars, always eager for blood, will no doubt close quickly for the kill and seal their own fate. Attack once you hear the bombs explode, then secure the area. Wait in your hiding place for the fake mechs to explode, then destroy all enemies. You may need to search enough points to find them.
Wait for the ambush to damage the clan mechs, then attack.
By the way, the reason I gave regular medium lasers to my lance mates is because of the prior experience yesterday. Prior experience yesterday with them not firing the pulse lasers as like a machine gun like I hoped they would. So instead, they'll just fire like the regular lasers. January 3rd, 3052. We learned today that the Jaguars have arrived. Their jump ships have been in the system for hours, and there has been fierce combat in space. A friend of mine, the Cowhounds, tells me that the airbase his unit has been guarding has suddenly become very active. Whole groups of aerospace fighters have been taking off of full combat loads and returning empty or not at all. The order of battle reads like a who's who list of inner-sphere MechWarriors. But I really can't convince myself it will be enough against the clans. January 4th, 3052. Not much time to write. The Jaguars are down. You were ordered out this morning. Right now I am waiting for our ambush to be set. Recon reports the Jaguars less than 10 minutes out and closing fast. I forgot how fast this large-scale combat can be. Well,
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Ready to spring the trap. For it. Now, John!
Connecting to satellite link. Enemy mech destroyed. Enemy mech destroyed. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin.
Can't hold up to being bombarded with PPCs non-stop, can you? Yep. Down you go. Contents unknown. And you got clan... I fitted the atlases with clan medium lasers.
Enemy mech destroyed.
So they say to patrol the rest of the map, but you know what? I see some guys right there. Elemental. That missed. I know there's an elemental right there.
Enemy mech
There we go.
destroyed.
Probably could outwit me. Let's go. Hit nav alpha.
Yes, sir. Forming up.
Joining formation, sir.
Like, I could be clipped up. There's something blocking my way.
Nav Alpha reached.
Yokai attacking.
It's as good as dead, sir.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down.
So I didn't bring this up, but I don't know why, but they're using the Inner Sphere battle mech models and not the actual clan elemental models.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy eliminated, sir.
Enemy down.
Remember, there was another elemental like right around the corner, but I don't see him. Might be hit a faster hit nav gamma than nav beta. And dummy mech is an atlas. There's a linebacker in there. In the crater.
Yokai attacking.
It's as good as dead, sir.
Enemy mech destroyed.
That triggered the other mechs.
Joining formation, sir.
Yokai attacking.
It's as good as dead, sir.
I. That.
Yokai attacking.
It's as good as dead, sir.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down.
Yokai attacking.
It's as good as dead, sir.
Oh,
Enemy mech destroyed. Mission successful.
Enemy eliminated, sir.
Enemy down.
didn't even search all the nav points yet.
Select game. Game saved.
You successfully ambushed the smoke jaguars and survived their counter-ambush. Your flank of the battlefront is now secured. The jaguars are concentrating their units just south of your position. Pull back to a repair facility and prepare to enter battle immediately. You have fought well, MechWarrior. You salvage, none of which we can use. Brockton's Complete History of the Inner Sphere, page 247. The next step in the clan invasion was the combined Smoke Jaguar / Nova Cat attack on Luthien, Draconis Combine's capital planet. From the earliest stages, the invasion of Luthien was symbolic of the Greater War. Rather than trying to surprise Draconis leaders with an unannounced attack, the Smoke Jaguar's information about the coming offensive, striking fear throughout the Draconis Combine. Nor was the significance of the possible fall of Luthien lost on the rest of the Inner Sphere. Without Luthien's unifying government, the Draconis Combine would split into tiny, warring factions unable to defend the Inner Sphere, leaving a clear path to the very gates of Terra. Without the Draconis military strength, the Inner Sphere was doomed. The leaders of the successor states acknowledged that alone. Each had no chance to withstand the might of the clans. But united, they might be able to stave off the massive attack. In an expression of goodwill, the leaders of the Federated Commonwealth, the Combine's bitterest enemy in the years before the clan invasion, hired the Inner Sphere's most elite mercenary units to aid in the defense of Luthien. The successor states' hopes for survival all rested on the Luthien's battlefields. So guess what? We are part of a major historic battle. This is not just like some random mission anymore. We gotta repair all our mechs. Looks like we took minor damage that time.
Select game.
Let's stay on stream 5, who cares?
Game saved.
Despite our cunning ambushes and initial victories, our forces are falling back all over Luthien. Your unit has been held back from the fighting for this occasion. You are the only combat-ready unit in the area. You must hold our battle line, or clan mechs will penetrate our defenses and destroy vital communications and command facilities. The Draconis lance has already been smashed, the remains of which will be fleeing past your position. Defend them if you can. Hold the line at Nav Alpha. Stop all pursuing clan mechs. Defend any fleeing friendlies if you can.
Hold the line at Nav Alpha.
So this one is a killing field. January 4th, 3052. I can't believe the rush of this battle. The medic chan was so clogged they had to create 2 more. I've been ordered to hold the line, to plug a gap in the front. I will be outnumbered 2 to 1 at least. No more time to write. Our troops are already in full retreat. So this one's I remember this one's kind of tough.
Reactor online. Sensor online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
All units, pull back. We are being overrun and Nav.
Oh, he just slid out to the side. We gotta prevent them from reaching Nav Alpha. Oops, there's a mauler. I just. Oh.
Unit enter.
Any one of these mechs makes it past Nav Alpha, then we're screwed.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down.
destroyed.
Enemy down. Joining formation, sir.
I've been lucky so far. I haven't lost any squad mates. That'd be really bad if I did, however. Warhawk just powered up.
As good as dead, sir.
I can see him. He's in visual range now.
As good as dead, sir. As good as dead, sir.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down. As good as dead, sir.
Oh! Oops. I hit my ally.
Enemy mech destroyed. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down. As good as dead, sir.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Mission successful. Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down.
Oh.
Select game. Game saved.
You successfully held the battle line at Nav Alpha. The clans were unable to exploit the breach in our defenses. Already reinforcements are moving in to support your position, and you will soon withdraw to repair and reload. We will need you fresh for the battle tomorrow. There are no mechs salvaged. Brockton's Complete History of the Inner Sphere, page 248. The epic Battle of Lufien was generaled by the best each camp had to offer. Khan Lincoln Osas led the Smoke Jaguar forces, while Draconis Combine Commander Takashi Kunita himself marshaled the Draconis and mercenary troops. The battle started in space, where Draconis and mercenary aerofighters attacked the clan dropships as they attempted to land. They caused some damage, but the clan forces landed on Lufien mostly intact. Ground combat began on the Tyracana Plains, 50 kilometers outside of the Imperial City, Lufien's capital. The DC forces hoped to ambush Jaguars as they had done in Lufien, as a pitched battle against the superior clan Omnimex could only end in defeat. The Draconis forces scored a major victory by filling the Sabot mechs with vibra bombs, then drawing the Jaguars towards them. When the Jaguars struck, they detonated the bombs hidden within the empty mechs and found themselves flanked by the real DC forces. While this ingenious ambush badly damaged the Smoke Jaguars, the battle was far from won. You got a few more missions to go. Yeah, these are some of the most difficult missions in the game. So, you gotta
Select
keep
game.
going. I might die a few times, especially near the very end of it.
Game. Save.
The battle has paused just long enough for us to load our weapons and steal a few hours of sleep. The smoke jaguars are on the other side of the valley. When the sun rises, they are sure to attack. Luffy and City is at our back. We can retreat no further. Noel Shrine, I'm relying on you alone to execute this hazardous mission. Sneak across the valley and find the Smoke Jaguar commander, where he is investigating his front lines. Then kill him. The confusion his assassination will cause may give us enough time to make a quick sortie before the Jaguars are prepared. Cross the valley in search of nav points. Find a Smoke Jaguar commander and kill him.
Your target, the enemy Smoke Jaguar commander, located somewhere in the Kataguchi Valley.
January 5th, 4052. I can't believe Kurita chose me for this mission. There must be 100 other MechWarriors on Luthien who are better suited for it. I'll be lucky to get out of this one alive. Yeah, you're the same guy who won the Solaris Grand Championship. I'm pretty sure there's a good reason you were picked. Oh no, my thing disconnected again. Chat. Say, are you guys still there? Just nod if you can hear me. Still here. Alright, it's just... OBS is just being OBS.
Select game.
So you have to find the Smoke Jaguar commander. I don't remember who it is, so we're just gonna have to hunt the nav points.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Tank platoon Alpha here. The valley is still empty. You're all clear, and good luck, sir.
Thermal optics engaged.
You can tell they're really trying to push the limits of what MechWarrior 2 engine can do, because this kind of terrain is not usual for MechWarrior 2. Remember, the early iterations of the engine caused problems. Also, whose arm is this? You guys didn't drop body parts, did you? There's a Kit Fox. He powered up. But he still has some long-range firepower.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down. As good as dead, sir.
Enemy mech destroyed. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin.
I love the duels with the impulse lasers. That's like 30 DPS. That's already enough to shred like a 100-ton mech's armor in like 2 seconds. So once we cross this valley, this was supposed to be water, I guess.
Nav Alpha reached.
Oh, I see mechs. Can't fool me.
Thermal optics engaged.
I saw you. And isn't Naga the actual name of that thing?
Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down.
Crap. That looks like what used to be a mad dog.
You are now crossing into Jaguar territory, sir. Keep it well.
We do have to identify the smoke jacket commander. Oh, that summoner just saw me. Ow.
Enemy mech destroyed. Internal heat at 700
You gotta watch out.
Kelvin.
Enemy down.
This thing is, well, I know what I'm setting up my mech built set up as.
Nav beta reached.
I think I remember now. He's in a war. I think he's in a warhawk actually. The smoke gyro commander. Ever thought about streaming Arcore? I streamed Arcore 6 a while back. I might stream Arcore Mobile because I don't know if Lemmy is planning to pick that one up. Because it just seems like a really cheap budget armored core. And honestly, I wouldn't blame him if he decides not to pick that one up. Here comes a linebacker. Let's take out all his star mates first, and then when it's just him, I'm gonna try to get up close to him. Ow.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden.
We ran towards me, only to
Enemy
turn
mech
around.
destroyed.
Just like, nope, I'm out of here. Was he in the cauldron one? I don't remember. Let me check my, check the guide again. Oh, he's in a cauldron one. Of course he is. Linebacker looks so weird. Yeah, it does. Also, hey, Saul. We're at the end of, this is the end game of MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries. You're near the end of the thing. We only have like 2 missions left. So spoilers, yeah. Spoilers. That's Commander.
Enemy mech destroyed. Mission successful.
This engine does look really good. This is the best possible version of MechWarrior 2.
Select game.
Yeah, let's save on stream 7. I don't remember.
Save.
You have proven worthy of my faith in you, Noel. Your assassination of the Smoke Jaguar commander threw the Jaguar forces into a momentary disarray that allowed you to make a quick sortie, causing heavy damage. Now we must prepare for the final battle for Luthien. Brockton's Complete History of the Inner Sphere, page 249. Despite heavy losses inflicted by the Dracon's forces, Clan Mex broke through the Combine line and headed for the Imperial City, Lufian's capital and the political seat of the Draconis Empire. Takashi Kurita and his harried forces scrambled to reform the line and save the city, whose destruction would be an ideological blow as much as a physical one. The battle on Lufian had already proved to be the Inner Sphere's leaders that the battle on Lufian had already proved to the Inner Sphere's leaders that the best way to face the clans was with a united front. The continuing war between the successor states had only served to aid the clans in their exodus to Terra. On Lufian, cooperation had proved capable of slowing the clan attack, but was the lesson learned too late to save Lufian? This is the final mission. By the way, Soul, if you're still here, check out my inventory. I have stolen clan mechs.
Accessing finances. Accessing
I have
inventory.
a Timberwolf, a Fire Moth, and a Kodiak. You can't buy these in the store. I had to steal these. Or steal or salvage them off. The Atlases, however, I did buy with my own money. The one you want to get is the AS7D because of the way biotech rules work. The AS7K has an XL engine, and you know that XL engines on the Innisphere mechs are big. But plan XL engines are a bit smaller, so they can handle an XL engine without problems. Alright. This is the final mission of the game.
Select game. Game. Save.
The Jaguars are mounting their final offensive on the Imperial City. Destroy as many of them as Jaguars as you can, and defend the Imperial City at all costs. Today will determine the fate of the Draconis Combine, and perhaps of the entire Inner Sphere. Remember, MechWarriors, whether you live or die today will be forever remembered for your valor in the Battle of Lufian. Destroy all clan mechs. Prevent any from passing your position. The Imperial City is just 2 kilometers behind you.
Your target. Destroy all enemy mechs.
January 5th, 4052. This is truly our time to stand or die. If we hold the Smoke Jaguars here, we will be victorious. If they break through and take the Imperial City, we will be lost. Is there any hope for the Inner Sphere against the clans? Or are we doomed to spend the rest of our lives as their slaves? The coming battle will tell us. So this is a very difficult mission, actually. This one I have died many times on. Until especially on hard difficulty, they are just
Online.
it's just relentless.
Online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Here they come. Stand ready, MechWarriors. Yokai attacking.
Yeah.
Enter.
Gotta take them out. Gotta take them out before they can get in range to use their closer range weapons.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down.
Yokai attacking.
As good as dead, sir.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down.
Yokai attacking.
As good as dead, sir.
Enemy mech destroyed.
There'll be more mechs on the way. Those were just elementals.
Joining formation, sir.
It's They're taking their sweet time to get here. Not 2 kilometers. There we go. The next one's up. The next wave is powered up.
Good as dead, sir.
I think that's a Puma. Oh, that's a Loki. Or a Hellbringer, I'm sorry. It somehow got here before the Timberwolf did.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down. Good as dead, sir.
That's why I have it all yearly standard scout lance.
Enemy mech destroyed.
At this point, I don't even care about damage.
Good as dead, sir.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down. Good as dead, sir.
Gotta be very cautious here because there's a lot of mechs. Ah, there goes my arm. And probably all the heat sinks that were on it. Oh, he fell over. And I lost there's another mech targeting me.
Good as dead, sir.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down. Good as dead, sir.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down.
Another wave. Try to get the high ground. They're making a beeline right for me. I know who they're shooting at. I know that they're shooting at me first, foremost.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Enemy down. Good as dead, sir.
Uh-oh. Warhawk.
Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Internal heat at 700 Kelvin. Reactor critical. Shutdown imminent. Emergency heat shutdown overridden. Enemy mech destroyed.
This is a massive clusterfuck. I wouldn't be surprised if there are more waves. Because they really want to push
Enemy
it.
mech destroyed. Mission
Oh,
successful.
that was it.
Enemy down.
We did it. We saved Luthien. We beat MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries.
Select game.
And that's the end of the stream.
Save.
We have turned back the smoke jaguars, and Luthien is ours. You snatched victory right out of the jaguar's jaws. Luthien and the entire Draconis Combine I owe to you. Our victory will resound throughout the inner sphere, and all will know that we can defeat the clans. Brockton's Complete History of the Inner Sphere, page 250. Toward the end of the second day of fighting, the Draconis and mercenary forces finally turned back the Smoke Jaguar forces and reclaimed Luthien. The Inner Sphere had its proof that the clans could be stopped. After victory on Luthien, the successor states tested their new alliance and prepared for the next clan attack. Meanwhile, Comstar Presenter Anastasius Vogt met with Clan Wolf Ilkhan, Ulrich Kerensky, and arranged that the War for Terror would be fought on the proxy planet of Tukid. Each of the clans had already established in the Inner Sphere. Each of the clans already established in the Inner Sphere would field an attack force given 2 objectives on Tukid. Each objective would be defended by Comm Guard units. If the clans attained their objectives, Terra would be theirs. If they failed, they would cease all offensive action for 15 years. In that time, Vogt hoped the successor states could shore up their defenses and prepare for a full-scale war with the invading clans. Vogt had rested the fate of the Inner Sphere on a daring gamble. If his plan succeeded, he would be a savior. If it failed, he would be a traitor. The Battle of Tukid was to be a war that could end worlds. It skipped the cutscene. But, let me see what was up with that.
Loading.
Okay, it's not playing the Battle Tukid cutscene properly. It's Kingdom. Oh, that's the cutscene we get if we, ended our mercenary career with a large amount of money. So, the Hobbs Tigers made 89 million C-bills at cash out. They Ellie beat us by, with 100, how did she manage 100? I don't remember. These were my normal playthroughs. This is when I named the pilot after, like, this specific redhead F-16 girl that I keep drawing. And, so, very nice. So, there is a way around this. I'm gonna put a media source. But in that YouTube, because it's not playing properly. The cutscene is not playing properly. I don't know why. I can't play, I cannot play, dang it. Well, sorry, but I'm gonna have to there is a way to get this video to play on the thing, but, yeah, playing that on YouTube, but, I'd rather not rely on a YouTube link right now. I didn't expect this to happen either. This, alright, it's, so, make sure it looks good. Marknet is a multiplayer MechWarrior 2. MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries. Yeah, that was the ending cutscene I was supposed to play after I completed the last mission, and then that follows up with the boat scene. So that was MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries. What did you guys think? This is yeah, also, yeah, these cards are extremely fast. So, in my opinion, this is the best, this is the best iteration of MechWarrior 2. It is it is a significant improvement over the original and Ghost Bear's Legacy. Like, like graphics wise, overall gameplay wise, and also just the mercenary, the mercenary campaign is a lot more in depth than the clan campaigns, which were basically the clan campaigns were literally just you set up a loadout, you look at the briefing, you go. But with the mercenary campaign, you had actual management. Like, so you have to manage have to manage your land space. You have to worry about expenses. You you were restricted in, like, you couldn't just go for the most expensive best gear right away because shit's expensive. And then sometimes, like the news reports say, like, there's a shortage of certain weapons, and then that gets reflected in the store as well. One thing that is that I did not show off in this version of this was the DOS version of MechWarrior 2. This was version 1.06 actually. This was the last version of it for DOS. The Windows 95 version was the last version was 1.1 and had some extra fixes and also added dynamic salvage, which I did not show off. What happens with dynamic salvage is when you complete a mission, if you have salvage rights, you can, like, go over some of the mechs that you totaled over the mission, and you can try to salvage parts from them, or you could salvage the entire mech if you were lucky. If you only, like, shot out its cockpit, for example, you could get an entire intact mech of anything you liked. But the problem was getting headshots is kind of tough. And yeah, it's kind of tough. And, like, usually the mechs that you'll most likely salvage that way are the ones that are really easy to headshot anyway, like the jetter or catapult, aka the ones you don't want to be using in this game. I forgot to unmute DOSBox. Well, no one's saying anything, and we have 15 minutes to go. So I'll just run some instant action for, I guess. Between all the MechWarrior games, this one is the best. I think this one is the best overall in terms of gameplay. It, like, the original was good, but it still had issues, like mechs standing on one leg after you shoot one of their legs off, which is it's really funny to look at, but it's not realistic, and also it's not accurate to the tabletop game. Mechs just fall over if they lose their leg. Well, in some cases, if the pilot is skilled enough, they can stand up on one leg, but most pilots can't do that. I can show what MercNet looks like maybe, but MercNet does not. Even if I do, I have nobody to play with. I was meaning to get actually like a bunch of guys together to play NetMech, but that didn't happen. That did not happen. What does this series have? Our next series doesn't have. Well, this was the first. This was the first like major one to come out, and it's using that lore from. Setting up online for this game might be a pain. Yeah, it's kind of a pain, but there's already like a server. Like mech2.org runs a server, so you can literally like it works with NetMech and WorkNet for some reason, but NetMech more like it's meant to work with NetMech. So like you can literally just. I'll just actually like you just literally like just set up like a NetMech client that connects to mech2.org via DOSBox, and then that's basically how you can play NetMech online. And yeah, the what other mech series don't have? Well, this MechWarrior 2 is using the BattleTech license, which about BattleTech is BattleTech is base is basically like the like a like a war like basically Warhammer 40k but hard sci-fi and more focused on like I mean Warhammer 40k was more like more all sorts of crazy and bizarre, but the BattleTech universe tries to be like this vast hard sci-fi hard sci-fi universe with full of battle and complex politics. Even during the clan invasion that was depicted near the end of this stream, the clans had their own complex politics, which is how like the events of MechWarrior 2 the original MechWarrior 2 happened because of there was the Crusader and Warden mindset that plagued the clans, and it was Ulrich Kerensky who agreed to the Battle of Tukid, and Ulrich was a staunch Warden, and because that the Crusaders suspected that he did it on he fixed the battle on purpose to rig everything against the Crusaders. It gets complex like that. It gets a little more nuanced and complicated like that. Which makes it more which makes for like some really good really interesting storytelling. Like a lot of like the stuff that's a lot of like the events of the BattleTech universe are depicted usually in source books for the game or novels. There are a lot of novels for the BattleTech universe. I have not read a single one, but I've been meaning to, because I've heard good things about some of the older ones. I can show you what NetMech looks like. Or Merkman is based. Actually, no, I don't. This setup is not does not have IPX net active. No. But I like if these games get a remake, like FF7 remake. I wish. But the current Piranha Games owns the right to make MechWarrior games right now, and they are focused on MechWarrior 5. So this is NetMech. I won't be able to get in game unless there are other players in it, and because because I'm because I did not arrange a game of other players. MechWarrior ain't doing so hot nowadays. If I see anybody here on this NetMech online server, they're likely people from Mech2.org or the MechWarrior 2 discords, and they are extremely good at the game. I'll probably get my ass kicked by them. But welcome to the 1990s when you had to use dial-up to connect to the internet, and and look for somebody to host the game. So unfortunately, I cannot actually start this not without a second person. But this is basically what the UI for NetMech looks like. This is so there's free for all where you play against there's free for all or team mode, and then you have the option for respawning and infinite ammo. I usually play a respawning because I want the game to last a little longer than just like five minutes, and be able to jump back in whenever. I want people to be able to jump back in whenever they blow up. Yeah. Anyway, I can't actually start the game, not without it. So that is probably yeah, let's embrace cowardice. Actually, I have a MercNet one set up. See if that works. So it has to connect. If I use MercNet, I have to connect via IPX. And I am in. It's basically the exact same thing. I think these things could be better. They have in-mission radio. I mean, MechWarrior, Ghostbear's Legacy, and Mercenaries had in-mission radio. The problem was, the original MechWarrior 2 did not. So this one I actually can just start on the spot. Okay, what are the killhounds? Like explain the lore in radio instead of you having to read. Well, it was the 90s. Some of my mechs are cheap mechs. They're probably not gonna work. The CC sort in alphabetical order. Let's take I guess let's take a Hadamoto Chi. My god, that's a lot of medium lasers. Sure, let's try this one. Well, this works. If I had a second player, I would actually see them, but
External camera.
yeah, it's kind of noisy. The jump jets. Actually, if I had a choice between NetMech and MERCnet, I would choose MERCnet. But the problem is MERCnet is more difficult, more inaccessible to people because they have to actually like get a copy of MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries, and you can always find one on eBay. They probably up the price because this is a really old game. Maybe like it would be great if they put it on GOG or something. Because if they did, then that might fix a lot of fix a lot of headaches with getting more people onto MERCnet. But as it stands, the easiest way is NetMech, unfortunately, because the NetMech client was literally released for free, and to my knowledge, it was released for free. You could download it anywhere, and you did not need to own a copy of MechWarrior 2 to play it. But you did need it if you wanted to host games. Anyway, that will do it for this stream. So, thanks everyone for showing up. Oh, Soul's still here. Oh, I wonder if I should go on a little longer, but I have no idea what to do now. Should I just end it here? Yeah, actually, let's talk about what we'll do next. With some funny videos. No, not funny videos. Next time I stream, it might be either Crimson Skies or MechWarrior 3. Those are the two off the top of my head. I already streamed the original MechWarrior 3, so it's gonna be Pirates Moon. Or if I, no, we're not doing that because that means... So it's either gonna be Crimson Skies or MechWarrior 3 Pirates Moon. I've been looking to try to get MechWarrior 4 working. Mahjong guide. I mean, that's gonna have to be a full stream. If you want, next time I stream, I could just load up Pirates in Hawaii and do a Mahjong, do a Mahjong primer. With my limited knowledge of how to play Mahjong. Anyways, man, I don't know what to do now. And but yeah, I was planning to stream from 1 to 4, so unless you want to go overtime a little bit, but I think Lemmy needs to head out. The match on stream can be a special reward. Maybe maybe for the last 30 minutes I can do like a little bit of mahjong. If I decide to go another 30 minutes ish. The new Fatal Fury is out. Yeah, it is, but I'm still on the fence about getting it. I might wait to see. I'm gonna wait and see because it doesn't. I'm not excited about the celebrities in City of the Wolves. I would rather just be focused on like the original Fatal Fury cast.
Self-destruct sequence.
Yeah, this is wasting too much time. It's a piece of garbage I have to troubleshoot later. Oh well. Yeah, okay, so you know what? Scrap I lost viewers from that. So you know what? We're just gonna call it a stream. No. I've been watching lately, I've been meaning to continue watching the Devil May Cry Netflix thing, but I never got around to it. So, you know what? We're just gonna call the stream here. Sorry for the last 10-20 minutes wasting time. What happened was my 8-bit Joe and 30. I was hoping to plug it in before plug it in. I was hoping to plug it to connect it to the PC to actually start up like a game for fun to to, to kill off like the last 30 minutes, but that's not happening, and nothing has happened. In fact, nothing is happening. So you know what? I think I'm just gonna call it. I'm just gonna call it for now because I don't want to keep. I actually don't want to keep streaming for too long. So I will see you guys on Saturday, or if you're on Discord, maybe I'll see you on voice chat later tonight. Take care, everybody. And thanks for showing up for MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries.